This classic recipe box would be right at home in Grandma's kitchen, and you could make it in just a weekend.
The entire box can be made from less than 1 board foot of material. But to get the best results, you want to do the steps in the proper order. Mill and cross-cut your parts as listed on the cut sheet. Finger joints are milled into the front and back of the box next. These are 1/4-inch fingers using Freud's box joint cutter set and my standard 1/4-inch finger joint jig. The ends of the box get milled the same way, but the fingers need to be offset by 1/4 from what we cut before. So use the first finger cut on the front of the box to set the spacing for the offset. Then the rest of the fingers are cut using the jig in the normal fashion. Dry fit the box to verify your work, then mark the inside top of each of the pieces. Next, an 1/8 by 1/8 rabbet is made in all 4 sides of the top. I used 1/8-inch masonite for the bottom of my box, but if you prefer, you can make 2 top pieces and make the entire box out of oak. Use the top piece you just created with the tongue to the outside to set the fence for grooving the box. The top of all 4 box pieces gets grooved. This is why we marked them earlier. The top and the bottom groove are not in the same location. The upper groove is positioned so that your top piece flushes out with the top of your box. Then reset the fence to 1/4 inch away from the blade and groove all 4 parts to accept the bottom. Assembly is just a matter of applying glue to the finger joints, inserting the top and bottom, and putting it all together. But do not glue the top and bottom. Allow them to float to prevent cracking. To ease all the edges of the box, I used a quadra-cut roundover bit. It provides really clean cuts, even on the finger jointed sides where the grain is running in 2 different directions. Ease all 4 corners and around the top. At this point, you have a fine-looking box, but no way to open it. Draw a curved profile on one end of the box. This OG-type curve is traditional on these boxes. Use the fingers as your guide. I used the 4th finger in the back and the 7th finger in the front. Then it's off to the bandsaw to separate the lid from the rest of the box. Use a thin blade to follow the curve easily, and check the square of your table before you start cutting. Now you have a functional box that's ready for sanding and finish. You can stain it to make it look old if you wish, but I just use clear polyurethane. I like to let the wood age naturally. And once the finish is dry, a pair of small hinges connects the lid to the box.
If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help.